Hey guys, today I'm extremely excited to announce Refold Languages as well as the first two stages of the Refold Languages website. In just a second, I'm going to jump in and give you guys a tour of the website, but before that, I got to explain the name. So just about a week ago, I put out a survey in the Matt vs. Japan Discord server where I asked you guys if you had any good ideas for new potential brand names. Thanks to everybody who sent in a name, there were lots of good potential ideas in there, and the one that really spoke to me the most was Refold. So special thanks to the person who sent in the name Refold. We'll contact you once we update all the new merch to get your address and send you all the merch that you would want. And the reason why I liked the name Refold so much is because it kind of perfectly captures one of my favorite language learning analogies that I've come up with, which is the origami analogy, which basically goes that learning a second language as an adult is like taking a piece of origami, unfolding it, and then using that same piece of paper to fold a new piece of origami. And when you're doing that, all the creases from the original origami will kind of function as a gravitational force that wants to pull you in the direction of your native language, but if you're diligent and you apply the right techniques, you can overcome that and fold a beautiful new piece of origami. Just like how when you learn a second language, it's tempting to fall into the patterns of your native language, but if you're diligent and you get enough immersion, you can overcome that and end up as an excellent second language speaker of any language that you want. And so Refold kind of captures the name of that analogy. We're kind of refolding our brains into the shape of whatever our target languages are. Also goes really well with the logo, which is the same origami crane logo that was going to be the logo for MIA, but because MIA disbanded so soon after I announced the logo, and I loved the logo so much, I decided that I'm just going to go with this logo for the new brand as well. So we have the really nice crane and the name Refold. So I'm really excited about it. I love the ring to it. I like that it's short and actually has some real meaning behind it, and will actually come up on Google searches, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's enough about the name. Let's jump in and actually take a look at the site. Okay, so the domain for the website is refold.la. LA for languages, because we're calling it Refold Languages. This is the first thing you see when you come to the website. When you scroll down, there's just a little bit of basic information about the method, trying to get people interested. And when you click Learn More, it takes you to this article that's just trying to explain to you why traditional methods don't work and why Refold does work, and a little bit about the basic philosophy of the method. And so probably later on, we'll add a bigger button right here that will take you to the roadmap. But for now, you can get to the roadmap anywhere on the website by clicking Roadmap right here. And this is basically the core of where you actually learn about the method and where all the articles are stored. So you can see that there's going to be 5 of these kind of boxes, one for each stage, including stage 0. And then for the stage that you want to read, you just click on it and it expands out like this. And then you have all the articles. So we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articles in stage 0. And then I believe 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 articles in stage 1. And then you just click on whatever article you want to read. And there you go. There's also a dark mode version of the website. It's responsive, so it's going to show you whatever your browser is set to. So for example, if I go here and set my computer to dark mode, then because my browser is set to be responsive to my computer, then you can see the website automatically shifts to the dark mode version. So that's pretty cool as well. Now, because this is the very first version of the website, I'm sure there's a lot of little typos or things that we could do to improve the website. So if you have any feedback at all, whether it's a typo or a suggestion or a correction, then please fill out the Refold website feedback form that I'm going to link in this post. So basically, when you come to this post, it's really simple. You just choose what article you have feedback on, or just choose if it's feedback for the site in general, or it's for multiple articles. And then you can write whatever feedback you have. So we really encourage you guys to tell us whatever you think, what you like, what you don't like, what you think we should change. And that way, as time goes on, we can make the site better and better. So in a second, I'm going to talk about what the future of Refold Languages has in store, but before I do that, I gotta give some thanks. So there's no way that I could have created this site so quickly if it wasn't for all the help I received from many community members. First of all, I gotta thank Plem. He designed the logo, and he also designed and coded the entire website. I think you guys will agree that the website is extremely slick, and I don't think I could have found anyone who could have done a better job, so thanks so much to Plem. Also, Ethan and Katrina helped me immensely with actually creating all the articles. Really, they deserve just as much credit as I do when it comes to the actual content of the website. and especially Ethan in particular has been functioning as project manager for this website, and he's been helping coordinate with all the other volunteers in the community and prioritize and just make this whole thing run as a well-oiled machine. And I definitely don't think I could have pulled this off at all without Ethan. So thanks so much to Ethan. I think you guys are probably going to end up hearing more about him in the future. And also I got to thank the small group of patrons who have been helping to just review all the articles that we finished writing, as well as give some feedback and general perspective. And so thanks so much to you guys. And finally, thanks so much to really anyone watching this video, because this video is only going out to patrons, and it's only thanks to you patrons that I've been able to put in all the time and energy that was necessary to get this website off the ground. You know, I think a lot of people left after the whole debacle with yoga. They kind of lost interest or lost faith in me. And so I really appreciate all you guys who believed in me, stuck it through this rough period, and allowed me to kind of pull through and really actualize all the potential that is here dormant in this community. So thank you guys so much, and I'm going to continue to deliver and hopefully make you guys feel that all the money that you send to support Refold Languages is going to be going to a good cause. Okay, so now let's talk about the future. So currently we're calling what we're working on V1 of the Refold website. And so V1 is going to include basically everything you need to learn any language through immersion. So it's going to have 5 stages total, including stage 0. The bulk of the process is 1 through 4. This is what corresponds to the new roadmap that you've heard me talk about in Q&As for the past couple months. And so V1 of the website is basically going to include the minimum necessary information to learn any language to fluency. And as you can probably tell, this first version is going to be language agnostic, meaning it's not designed for any specific language, it's designed to be applicable to any language, and it's going to have very minimal information on specific languages. It's going to have some stuff like how to learn kanji or Hanzu and things like this, but for the most part, it's just going to be focused on what all languages have in common. And so once we finish that, then we're going to start working on V2, which is just going to be additional information, which is helpful and nice to have, but not strictly necessary. So we'll be putting out additional articles for a while on all the stages, kind of fleshing them out. And then once we have kind of fully fleshed out the language agnostic guide, then we're going to start working on language specific guides that are going to go into all the nitty-gritty specific challenges of each individual language. And we're also going to work on creating starter decks and kind of curating content, creating lists of all the best shows, all the best domains, and things like this for each stage of each language. And then we're also probably going to create video forms of the Refold roadmap content for the people who don't really like to read and things like this. And so that's all the stuff that we currently have in mind. I'm sure we'll come up with more and more ideas of cool things that we can create that will help people learn languages as we go along. I also just realized that I forgot to mention that we are going to eventually translate Refold into other native languages, so that, for example, native Spanish speakers can use it to learn English, or native Japanese speakers can use it to learn Korean, or anything like that. So that is on the timeline of what we eventually want to do. And so kind of looking more short term, we think that we're going to be able to pump out stages 2 through 4 very quickly. Within just a couple weeks, stage 2 should be done. And once stage 2 is done, then we're going to announce the website to the public. But either before the end of the year or very early within 2021, the first version, or V1, will be done, and it will kind of be out there as not a finished product, but a complete picture. We feel very strongly that we really want to finish the first version as quickly as possible, just to get out of the curse of MIA, because, you know, MIA was in this awkward place where most of the stages were not done for such a long period of time. And that was really just due to me not prioritizing the site, because trying to make an entire website of this scale was such a big task for one person, and really it was all put on me. So I kind of just got overwhelmed and focused on videos instead. But now I have this whole team that is helping me out, and we have a really good workflow for creating these articles. And so yeah, we're gonna just focus and pump it out as quickly as possible, so that no one can say that we're gonna fall into the same pattern as MIA. Also, we're going to be introducing a lot of changes to the community. We want to really put more effort into making sure that the community is a welcoming place that is really useful for new people, help people stay motivated, stay encouraged, and get all their questions answered. And so we're still working out the details of what that's going to look like, but you can expect that in the next couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of changes to the community, hopefully improving a lot of the long-term problems that existed within the Discord server. And finally, I'll just mention that for the short term, the MIA website isn't going anywhere anywhere. It's still going to be up, but in the long term, once we have all the content ported over to Refold, then we'll probably just get rid of the old website to get rid of any confusion for people who happen to stumble across it. So yeah, I think that's just about everything that I wanted to say. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where we can take Refold in the future. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.